Hey everybody, how are we doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a great weekend thus far. Hope everyone is enjoying their holiday season. Hope everyone's doing well. No. Just coming to you guys to talk to you guys about this Zoom meeting and or Zoom call I had with my family, the cousins, I should say. It was interesting. And I know that my family's not the only family that is this way, but of course, you know what I'm saying. I'm more a little bit open about what's going on in my life than most people are to a certain point, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So let's talk about it. So, today we had a Zoom meeting today with myself and the cousins, and with that, I know there's a lot going on right now, but I don't get into drama or craziness unless it affects me in some way, shape, or form. And a lot of stuff going on right now does not. But so I had a meeting with my a Zoom call with my family today. It was really fun. It was really cool. First off, I was late to the call because I first, you know, saying took a little nap for one, and then I woke up and couldn't log on to the Zoom thing. I forgot to call in, so that was interesting for me. It was cool. It was interesting though. So with that, I first while I was trying to call in to the Zoom thing, I didn't call. I didn't call in, so I couldn't hear everybody, and no one could hear me, but we could see each other. So when I finally called into the Zoom call, everyone was doing their thing, which is fine. Everyone was talking last night, and I like to wait, like I do on here. I wait to see what's going on to see before I jump in and chime in. And one thing that I realize is that my family is just like some people on YouTube, but we're just attractive, and that give them a leeway to do and act a certain way that is, I think, not cool and not kosher, and that's something to be expected because being attractive, I guess, or being smart and being talented, I wrote a thing saying that's not enough because it really isn't. But I realized that my family, because we are attractive people, we are smart people, we are talented people, we don't possess other skills. You know what I'm saying? I say we because I could be lacking as well in some of those skills that I see that we don't possess or they don't possess. But with that, I just realized that these people are just like people here on YouTube. Like, and that could be a good thing and a bad thing. I guess that's why it attracts me to people here on YouTube, one way or the other. But with my family on this call, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to stuff. I'm hearing people talk who like my family, my and my siblings are the oldest of the cousins. My brother, of course, is the oldest cousin. My older sister, is the oldest cousin, and then it's me, and then there's two other cousins, two male cousins. What's not? Then there's my sister, my younger sister, and we've had a my family had a different experience than other people in my family, well, as far as the cousins aspect, because we didn't grow up around all the cousins all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially a lot of them are also younger as well. Since my mom is the oldest child. But excuse me, you guys. But listening to them talk and how we were raised and how we were raised around my aunts and uncles was now, which kind of we almost grew up with them because my mom was, I said, is the oldest, and so therefore a lot of us, well, a lot of my nieces and nephews, not nieces and nephews, a lot of my aunts and uncles was raised by my mom. Y'all know how it was back in the days. You know what I'm saying? The oldest sibling kind of raised their siblings until their parents got home from work, kind of thing. This is when I was the oldest by several years, I should say. Um, we kind of grew up with our uncles and aunts, at least the younger ones we did. So now their kids are, in their, I'm 45, so my cousins range from like 22 to like 32. That is their age ranges. And my brother's gonna be 50. My sister's gonna be 48. I'm gonna be 46 next year, and my younger sister's gonna be 45. So we're like 2 to 4. Like our range is from 50 to 45 in difference. So we was raised differently than they were. So we understand, but we don't get it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not too much different. But how I'll say that they kind of relate to what people act. the way here on YouTube is that people have a very warped sense of self. Um, they don't. They have all these solutions. They have all these solutions and all these suggestions, but when you try to point out your experience with them or your understanding of who they are, and anything like that was not to get clarification, and so you can get past it. Everyone gets on a defensive. So in this call, my brother was saying stuff, you know what I'm saying, and although I'm past a lot of stuff that happened and was going on growing up, you know what I'm saying. The way we grew up, like I said, we grew up poor, and in a lot of the black families, it's always if that's not a male figure or female figure in the household, the oldest male or female takes on that either maternal or paternal role, just because that's how a lot of us as black people are raised. Oh, you're the man in the house now, so you gotta be strong for the rest of them. You're the woman in the house now, you gotta be strong for the rest of them. That whole mentality type of thing, opposed to being a sibling, you transform to this parental role in your mind that you have to pick up the slack for the parent or the parental figure who is no longer there, be it through death or be it through just circumstances in general. So my brother took on this paternal role growing up and not a sibling role. So, but with that role, it wasn't just, it was like, it was just not, it wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't right. You're not my parent, you're my brother. So therefore, you're only like 4 years older than me. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't act like you can tell me what to do and I have to bow down and do it. That's not how I run. That's not how I operate. That's not how it works with me. So when he was talking, but the funny thing is always my my mom's kids or my siblings and myself. That's everywhere. Like when there's a family event, we always are the only siblings or cousins or whatever, nephews, nieces, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That shows up. Same thing with my grandma's funeral, just same thing with all the stuff that goes on in our life. We're always the only people that shows up in my family, or at least the siblings on my side. So, of course, my youngest aunt was there, him and her. So, yeah, I just had some ice cream and whipped cream and caramel sauce, all that stuff. So I'm kind of burpy. Sorry about that. Um, so him and my youngest aunt are probably about 3 years apart. So while he'll be 50 next year, she just turned 53. I think, yeah, she just turned 53. So she facilitated this whole thing because I guess they did it all on Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving as well. So she thought it would just to have more people there, and it was fun. And like I said, I was late, so I would just sit back and listen or whatever. But listening was now I'm listening to like things aren't being said, truths aren't being spoken, and y'all know how I am. And since this is my family, everything that happens with them involves me. So I need to have something to say. So I'm fidgeting in my chair was not, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm uncomfortable with this. And plus, I'm triggered with what's going on in this conversation. And so my aunt asked, she's like, so, Food Junkie, what's going on? It's like you want to say something. I'm like, well, I'm triggered. Because before we can get past certain things, we have to first acknowledge, hey, certified baby, how you doing? Hey, everybody who's in here. Hey, I was in here. You have to first, you know, acknowledge that certain things has happened. You have to acknowledge that, these things happen, these things are going on, and things like that. And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, everyone's seeing this kumbaya message, but you have to realize there's a lot of, that's 45 years, at least in my case, that's 45 years of things that haven't been discussed or haven't been talked to and haven't been talked about what's not. You know, what do you mean? What do you mean? So everyone's kind of confused because first, like I said, first of all, I'm late. And secondly, I'm coming in with this energy, so I'm like, dang, the older ones just come in like rah 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 and all this da da da. I'm like, well, no, it's not that, baby, but it's like things are being acknowledged that but we're not acknowledging them to the right people. You're acknowledging how you was hurt and how you was X Y Z and your feelings was that, but you haven't acknowledged the same thing that you've done to other people, type of thing. And so, like I said, that will kind of remind me of what goes on here. Everyone wants you to feel sorry for them, based on what happened to them, but yet no one wants to acknowledge that they have possibly have done some things or said some things or acted in a way that was harmful or hurtful to someone else. You know what I'm saying? It's always the victim mentality. It's always, oh, well, this is what happened to me. This is why I did what I did, opposed to, dang. You know what I'm saying? Maybe perhaps my actions was the cause of this happening. So, my brother started telling stories about, oh well, back in the days I was bad, I was just not a good person. I'm like, okay, well, that's that, but what is it that made you not a good person? Then he just skipped over that. Then he started talking about, saying how him and one of my aunts used to go to the store still, but when she got mad at him was not, she would tell on him and XYZ, and um he stole school supplies for us growing up because we didn't have money. And then my aunt that was there, she was the only aunt that was there, was went on to say, well, if it wasn't for me and this other aunt was not stealing as well, y'all would have had school clothes and things of that nature. What's up, Tessie baby? How you doing? And so I'm like, hold up. Then he went on. Then my brother went on to talk about how he well, my uncle who died, who was gay actually, who died, was murdered by his lover. My brother was disrespectful to my mom, and so my uncle came over there and made him strip naked and beat his ass for 10 minutes straight. I remember that. I remember that happening. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, I hated him was not for a long time, and I don't know. I always thought that when I grew up was not if he was still around, I was gonna beat his ass. Da da da. And he was like, well, when I forgave him was not is when he died. That's when I forgave him. And then I started thinking. So I said, no, that's not forgiveness. That's mean like forgiveness truly means that you have a possibility of being interactive with this person again. This person is now dead and gone, so you just chalked it up because you couldn't get back at what happened. You know what I'm saying? This and the third. So you really didn't forgive him. You just chalked it up to something that he did and something that happened. And so they were like, "What do you want to say? What do you want to say? What are you trying to say?" And I'm like, "Well, no, I'm saying what I'm saying, but my thing is, no one really want to have a hard conversation. Y'all think that this first interaction with all of us, 'cause it was a hard, it probably was like, oh, like 20 of us there, like 20 cousins there, plus my aunt. So there was a bunch of us there. Like I said, we have a pretty good. I have a pretty big family. There's 9 kids, including my mom, and everybody have at least 2 kids. But my mom has 4. Another aunt has 4. Another uncle has 6. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of cousins in our family. You know, and then it was like, okay. So I'm like, well, never mind. Well, I'll be quiet. So I'm sitting there, was not listening, like and listening, and then fidgeting and stuff. So I'm like, I'm really uncomfortable because I really want to say what I want to say, but also at the same time, I don't want to offend anyone because this is the first time that we all sat down or something like this. So that of course, we get together for funerals and stuff like that, funerals, weddings, stuff like that. We come together for that stuff like that. But having a real conversation with adults, us all as adults, even the younger ones, the 20-something-year-olds, was not. They don't know what's really going on because they live a different life than we did. Let's say hey to Tessie. Let's say hey to you, baby. What's up? Um, they really don't understand. Like we all admit, it's like my generation and probably another family or two, depends on the age of the kids, all grew up the same way. Like my grandma didn't want us to call her grandma because she felt she was too young to be called grandma, so she made us call her Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? But we all have a Big Mama, but we all call them Big Mamas for a different reason. You know, and like well, my Big Mama was not. She had a house in Chicago, and it had a basement in it, and the basement is where all the boys stayed. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't allowed upstairs. For what reason? I don't know, but no boys was allowed upstairs. So I remember my two sisters, my two sisters would be upstairs, with my mom and my aunt. You know what I'm saying? My little sister would be with my mom, and my big sister would be with my one of my aunts, whose daughter was there today, which I love to death. It was beautiful. I mean, like I said, very, 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 very attractive family. You will see us like we could be anywhere. Like put us on a TV show, we'll fit in anywhere. Our family beautiful like that. But that's not. But they think that's enough. It's not enough. Is that it really isn't. Um, but yeah, that's how it was. We grew up with a separation was that men are away from women, downstairs being with the men, girls are upstairs with the ladies, not even cooking, but just upstairs with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? It was a big separation of that, you know. And so they're talking about that was that, and I'm just still like squirming because I'm like, we're acknowledging forgiveness, we're acknowledging what someone's done to us, but yet we haven't acknowledged what happened to them. And when he started saying that he stole my brother, I think I told you this before. He stole from me several times. And not only did he steal, he was also abusive. That's why to this day, I wish a motherfucker would act crazy. Because like the last time we spoke, him and I, like actually spoke, um, without anybody else or without any type of intermediary, was that he threatened me again. And this was like 16 years ago. My sister pointed out to me it was 16 years ago, and it was at our grandmother's funeral. He like, next time I see you, I'm gonna fuck you up. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So when I saw him, I looked at him like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying, "You said you want to fuck me up. Do it. I want you to." And he looked at me like, "Damn, I was just playing." But I don't play that way. I'm not the same little boy that used to hit on and beat up was not as a child. I'm a grown ass man. I will fuck your whole entire life up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting upset because um, it's just I don't like people not acknowledging they're wrong and what he did was wrong. So he thought stealing was not. But I'm like, you stole from me. I told you guys I've always worked because the fact that I was grew up poor, the fact that I grew up poor, I've always known that I don't like being poor. I always don't like not having what I want when I want it. I've always been a spoiled person, but always spoiled myself. I never looked for my mom to give me anything or anybody else to give me anything. I always did it for myself. But I told you guys I used to sell candy door to door. I picked strawberries at the age of 12. At 12 years old, I would get up like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, jump on the bus, and go like 3 hours away from my house to pick strawberries in Washington. We picked strawberries and raspberries for the summer when I was like 12 and 13. Then I started selling candy door to door. It was called the Summer Youth Employment Training Program. Well, that was called Kids Incorporated. So I sold candy for 2 years for Kids Incorporated until I was 15, where I was able to get a real job, and that was with the Summer Youth Employment Training Program. So I always worked since the age of 12. I had my own stuff. But when I was selling candy, I was the top sellers of selling candy because the looks always get you what you want. It really does. Looks always get you what you want. And I learned that there. Then. Yeah, I mean, when I always had work with, I always had money, whatever. So one time, me and my little sister, it was the summer time. We were going to you know, I was gonna buy her stuff for school, buy myself stuff for school, like school supplies, stuff, just little stuff that my mom that I didn't look for my mom to buy me anymore. So I could buy myself because I wanted what I wanted. And so, but earlier that day, my brother asked me, "Can he have some money?" So I gave him, saying what, $5 or so, not much, but I had like $225 on me. I did actually. I had $225 on me was after selling candy that weekend, and he asked me for some money, so I gave him $5. So I knew I had $220 left in my thing. So my little sister asked me, "Can she hold it?" And or can she count it, whatever, because she never seen that kind of money before. Because Mama said we grew up poor, and we had when I say our allowance was like $1, our allowance was like no more than $5 for the month. So we had like $1 a week, stuff like that. So when I had all that money on me, she asked me, "Can she count it?" I'm like, "Go ahead, count it." I left the room and came back, and my money was gone. And she said she put it down on the counter, was not in that room. It was gone. And my brother was in the room. So I'm like, "Did you see the money?" He like, "No, I didn't see nothing." Okay. So while me and my sister was looking for the money in the room, he's just sitting there. I'm like, "Can you help me look for the money, please? I gave you money. Can you help me look for the money, please?" And he's like, "No, it ain't my money. Fuck you." Da da da. Just nasty for no reason. I'm like, "Okay, cool. Fuck you too then." Shit, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I said under my breath because he was abusive. So with that, um, I couldn't find the money. We didn't go on our little shopping spree that we supposed to go on. I mean, my sister. She apologized. Was not. I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Whatever, doesn't matter." She wasn't a thief, so I knew she didn't take the money. I knew he took the money, but being an arrogant asshole that he was as a child, you know, um, he wouldn't acknowledge or did it. But like I said, God always watched out for me, always, always. So that night, of course, we shared rooms. You know what I'm saying? Him and I shared rooms because we were poor. So there was a 3 bedroom house. The two boys that shared a room, the two girls shared a room, and my mom had her own room. So I guess we weren't that poor, I guess, but we were poor enough. We were on public assistance. I know that much. And so that night he had asthma, so he had a really bad asthma attack and had to be rushed to the hospital. So I just so something told me check his pockets of the clothes he had on that day. And lo and behold, when I checked those pockets, my money was in those pockets. I'm like, okay, cool. So I took it back. I was gonna take the money that I gave him as well because he left because that was on one on the dresser that we shared. I left the money that I gave him earlier that day and put the money that I found, my money, in my drawers. So I know that he wouldn't go in those. He wouldn't go there to get the money. So when he okay, so when he came back from the hospital from an asthma attack that he had, I saw, you know how like when you know shit is gonna go down, but you don't want to be awake, wake with it. So I saw him come in. I saw him turn on the light. I saw him go to the dresser. So no, first I saw him check his pockets because he knew, like, saying, like a feeling of like, damn, I know that he know that I took it, so I know that he got it back, type of thing. So he went to the pants he had on that day, checked the pockets, realized the money was gone. He went over to the dresser where the money I left that I gave him earlier that day was over there, and he put that money in his pockets that he had on that day. Kicks my bed and like, hey, wake up! Did you see the money that the money you gave me earlier? Have you seen that money yet? I'm like, no, that's your money, right? Well, help me look for it. No, it's your money, right? You know me being always the smartass that I am. You know what I'm saying? Um, so then he started fighting me. Okay, you know, I lost a little fight. Well, it's not, of course, at that time he was bigger and older, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I still got my money in my damn pocket. Sorry, in my drawers. So you can fight me all you want to, it's not, you ain't get my money out my drawers unless you go down to my drawers and get them. You know what I'm saying? So, and this happened several times over the course of growing up with him. There's also times where, like, I will, like on Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying, you would get your little Valentine's present from your classmates, and after school, it's not, you get little cards, little heart candy, little, not, little chocolates, whatever. So I'll always have stuff like that. Was like, I said, I am cute. And little girls like me was not, so therefore, and I like them, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, we would switch out and get candy stuff to each other. He would ask me for something. I'm like, no, you can't have anything. So what he'll do, he'll rip up the whole bag and throw it all across the floor and then stomp on it. Just abusive for no reason, just mean and surly for no reason. That's why I don't understand mean and surly people. You know, and just mean and surly. So I'm thinking about all these things. While he's talking about stealing from the store and doing stealing to give us this, to take care of us, was not this and third, whatever. I'm thinking like, no, that's not how I remember it. I'm like, what school supplies did you get me? You cost me school supplies. What have you given me? Was not, you haven't given me anything, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the last time, like on one time before the funeral, my grandma was not. He was in and out of jail or whatever the case may be, and he asked me, can he come down here and stay with me? And me being a grown ass man by this time, I'm telling you what, my house have rules, and one of the rules is you're gonna have to keep a job. There's no smoking in my house. There's no excessive drinking in my house. There's no company that I don't know in my house. Rules. My house have rules even today. Me and my husband have the same rules. You know what I'm saying? We don't do all this craziness in our home. This is our home type of thing. We don't argue and fuss and fight with each other. Was not none of that stuff. So I'm telling him this stuff, and he's like, well, hey, I'm a grown ass man, and I ain't gonna have nobody tell me what the fuck to do or stay your ass where you are then. You fail to realize that you came to me asking for help and assistance. I didn't ask you for anything. So if you can't abide by the rules that I set, stay your ass where you are. Fuck you. It is what it is. See, that's why I don't do this whole, oh, well, that's my family and that's my friend thing. No, because your action, like, I have people in my life now that have treated me better and more lovingly than some of the members of my family. And this is just from growing up from a child to being, you know what I'm saying, where I am today. Watching based on experience. That's what I say. Although I love my family more than anything, and I would do anything for them, at the same time, I also see them for who they are. That's why I can say to people on here, I love you guys because I do love y'all. But I still don't. That still doesn't negate that I don't see the fuck shit that you do. It still doesn't mean that I don't recognize the fuck shit or the fuckness in your personalities or why I see certain things in certain people as not. I've always been blessed to see that. I've always been blessed to be able to actually articulate myself in a way how I see someone. And not everyone likes that, which is fine by me. But the family that I do am close with, that I've seen and talked to and visited and can visit with that, we're still cool. But they know who and how I am. And a couple of them was on the Zoom call. You know what I'm saying? Like my younger sister was there. Me and her, like before, if I say I'm going, if I say I'm coming to DC, was not before I finished sending the text message to her, she's already hit me back saying, "Oh, come stay with me." You know what I'm saying? My younger cousins was not who was there. They're doing it. My aunts was there. You know what I'm saying? A couple uncles was not. They weren't there. You know what I'm saying? But they know. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as my immediate family, my sister and brother, like while I love them more than anything, and I'll give them anything and everything in the world, I just had to call their ass out tonight on the Zoom call, and I was like, well, and I had to apologize to my aunt because I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't do apologies, but I will when I'm wrong or if I feel a certain way about what I've done. I just on text her was like, well, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do pushing shit under the rug. You know that shit. Like I know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, well, and so people are like, well, what's going on with you? I'm like, I'm fine. It's just that I hear lies and I don't like liars. You know, hey, Chantal, baby, how you doing? My thing is, I don't like liars. I don't like liars in my family. I don't like liars as friends. I don't like liars as associates. I don't like liars who talks to me. If you're a liar, it's going to bother me because I can't sit back and just listen to a lie and make you think that I believe it is true. Especially when you're coming at me trying to deceive me, because this I look at it as deceiving me and questioning my intelligence. I don't like that shit. So I was just telling my brother was now, you are definitely everyone look at you as the oldest and the more mature and the more sound minded was not, but my experience with you has not been that. My experience with you has not been as if, you know what I'm saying, based on what I know of you, is not this enlightened individual, this kumbaya person. Because in order for me to see that in you was not, we have to acknowledge what has happened in the past and not dwell in it, but acknowledge it at least so we can move forward and move on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not someone who just likes to, oh, glaze over stuff. Because if it's going to piss me off or upset me, was not have me beat your ass, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going to be. So I need you to understand why I'm fucking you up. I need you to understand why I'm talking to you a certain way. I need you to understand why I'm handling you the way I'm handling you based on what you have done. You know what I'm saying? Based on my experience with you. That's why I say there's 5 people that I will always address on here because we have had a personal connection. We have had conversations. We have had intimate moments, not intimate as in sexually intimate, but intimate moments as far as conversations and speaking wise. And if we can't, if we had those moments was not, and we can't talk to each other in a rational, mature way, you get what you get at that point. Especially when I try to talk to you in a way that is conducive to just walking away peacefully. But you want to act fool, let's act a fool. And that comes from him. Because opposed to him acknowledging what he did so we can move past it and get over it was not, I don't do this whole let me smile in your face thing. Uh-uh. Never have never done. So after the call was not, my uncle was like, well, I have to go out for dinner was not. So let me and this was not da, da, da. So we all exchanged like the people who have my number was not were like, well, here's his number was not. So everyone was asking, I'm okay. I'm like, I'm fine. Y'all don't realize I'm fine. But the reality is, it's just that this conversation needs to be had. That this isn't the appropriate time for it. This isn't the appropriate venue for this type of thing. People that I haven't seen in 10 years, I don't want to come up here and laughing and joking with you was not if there's a if I had an issue with you. It doesn't matter if the issue is 10 years old, it's still an issue that has not been resolved. And I don't move past things very easily. I have a very good memory. I've always had that. I've always been able to regurgitate and recite what the issue is I have with somebody was not and making it, and hopefully it makes sense. But I know it makes sense in my mind. If it doesn't make sense to you, I will appreciate it if I say, well, it doesn't make sense. I explained, da, da, da. I don't mind doing it either and having a conversation about it. But it was just that. I mean, so when we got off that call, my several of my cousins, my 2 sisters and a niece, we all had a dual meeting. We were all in dual talking. And they was like, well, what's your issue? I'm like, well, this is my issue with these people, and this is why I have an issue with them. Was not that I'm harping and it was not I'm fine, but when I hear you lying and acting as if you're saying you're this saint and you did nothing wrong and you wasn't the cause of turmoil and pain was not, you know what I'm saying? that is something that I need to acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? I need to call you out on it because you're not going to sit in front of my face and act like, you know what I'm saying, you're this peaceful person. So my sister was like, well, my younger sister was like, well, he hit me one time as well. He hit me in my face one time. He did something, hit me in my face. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know that. If I know that, I would have fought him for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't mind fighting. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would have fought him for you, was not. And I guess this was when I already left for college or whatever the case may be. He did something, or she said something with that he didn't like, and I guess pushed her, so she hit him back, and then he punched her in the face. I'm like, see, shit like that is what I don't like. You want to be here and be this savior or Captain Save a whole type of person, was not, and you are the biggest person that people need saving from. You know what I'm saying? And they're just like, if people would have heard that, whatever, it would have been something like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. And it would make him look bad, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I don't care. That's who you are to me. You're an abusive person. You have a street mentality that doesn't make sense to me. And then so I was talking about that, whatever. Then people are like, well, why didn't you just talk to him with it? Because I don't have time to talk to him. It is what it is. I love him to death. And I'll do anything for him within reason. But I don't have time to talk to somebody when you know your fucking mistakes. You're a grown ass man. You've made and said things as a child that you still said as an adult, and I'm supposed to give you the benefit of the doubt. No, fuck you. You are who you are to me now. Until you show me something different, or until you're willing to have a conversation about the real shit that goes on and went on, opposed to trying to glaze over stuff was not and make everything into a joke, into a hee hee ha ha. I can't talk to you if what you're doing is what I feel is not right, is not kosher, not correct. I can't fuck with you. I'd rather not talk to you. And the fact, the only reason why I got triggered was the fact that you were talking about stealing and how fun it was and making light of how bad you were as a child, when there is ramifications for your behavior that affects all of us as siblings. You know what I'm saying? That we talk about not with you. And everyone else who don't know you, who grew up with like that, was not, is as if, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, like you want to glaze over it. And I don't do that. I don't push things under the rug. You, like I said, you done hit a woman for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You done did things for no reason. You done caused trauma in people's life for no reason, was not. You have this mindset of in out of jail, whatever. That doesn't work with me. Because just because I don't look like, you know what I'm saying? You have to realize we grew up in the same household. We grew up fighting in the same areas. We grew up fighting in poverty together. I just don't look like it. I just don't look like, you know what I'm saying, I am someone who have experienced things that I've experienced, whatever, and abuse was things of that nature. Even the story I told you about the guy who pulled a gun on me, the older gentleman that pulled a gun on me, I told you all about. That comes from me not ever allowing anyone to have control of me ever again in that way, shape, or form. You're not going to have control of my mind or my where I'm at and things like that. If you put a gun on me, was not. I guarantee you there's gonna be a fight. If I get shot in the process, I get shot in the process. But point is, I'm gonna let you know that I'm just because I don't look crazy. I'm just as crazy as anyone else is, and I don't need a weapon to defend myself. Leave me alone. That's what it comes from. People don't understand when I say leave me alone. I really mean that. When I say leave me alone, when I ask you to, not when you feel like you're ready to, that will cause you to get your ass whooped. It does, because it comes from all that, having to have dealt with that as a child, not being able to defend myself, not being able to, you know what I'm saying, feel comfortable enough because quote unquote it was this authority figure. Well, it's not. Now that's why now when people say, well, oh well, so and so's old, so and so is an elder. No, the fuck they ain't. That mindset of respecting your elders caused me to be abused until the age of like 12, 13 by my brother because he was older. And I was told to respect him. No, so now, please. Once I fought him that last time and he realized I was half crazy and I don't play games, I'm trying to take your fucking life. I went to the cabinet and got damn knives and shit to stab the hell out of him with that. And mom had to call the police on me because she was like, I was going crazy. Yes. I don't play games. When I say stop, I mean stop. Just because I look like I'm nice, just because I look like I'm peaceful and cool and lovely and all these things, and I choose to smile and be cool. I told you this is all a choice. And ever since that last time we got into that last fight where the police was called, so I was like, damn, you was doing way too much. I was trying to kill him. I was literally trying to take his life. I was literally trying to stab the life out of him. That was my goal. And if he didn't hide behind the door of the bathroom, I would have. I don't play games with people like that, and that's my brother who I love. But at the same time, I would take his life. If I'll take his life, what makes anyone on here think that I won't take theirs? It just is what it is. Like I don't sit here and play games with people that leave me the freak alone. Okay. Yep, I get you, Chantel, baby. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know that I don't mind telling someone if someone like it, like what I say they do. If they don't, they don't. But my thing is, I need to get it out of my system. I don't care if you accept it or not, but that's my truth as I know it to be. And thing is, the duo call we had, the Zoom meeting was good because as I said, I saw people that I haven't seen in like 10 years. Was not, and everybody's cool, whatever you know what I'm saying. And then like I said, my phone number has not changed in like probably over almost 30 years. I had the same phone number was now. People are like, oh, I don't have your number, and I would say, me being the sarcastic asshole that I am, my number haven't changed. I've always been in Atlanta. Oh, you live in Atlanta? Yeah, I know you live here. I know you live here. But that's why I stopped. I said, and I gave him a dose of reality as well. Because like when I first moved to Atlanta, I would make time at least every couple times a year to go to Chicago to visit my family, to go to wherever my family was to visit them. But after like 10 years of doing that, I stopped because I'm saying I'm the only one who's taking time to spend money, to spend time and energy to see everybody, making sure that we all stay in touch. But when I realized that it wasn't being reciprocated, I stopped doing that. Oh, you haven't I haven't seen you in a while, right? Because I stopped doing it. I'm not going to keep on wasting time, energy, and money trying to build relationships with people, family or not. That's not being reciprocated. I can't do that anymore. You know, I had family who lived in Augusta, lived there for like 12 years. No one ever came to see me. Was not, but I was always going to Augusta to see them. Family in Chicago, I always go to Chicago to see them. No one would come to Atlanta. Family who moved to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And the excuse always has been, we all busy. We have our own lives. Yeah, we all are busy. You're right. We all have our own lives, all do our own thing. But you can find the time in 10 years to make a phone call. You can find time in 10 years to, you know, visit. But now everyone want to act like, oh, because we're all older, was that, oh yeah, let's be kumbaya, let's hold hand and sing a song. I can't do that. That's to me is pushing stuff under the rug. I can't do that. That's not who I am. That's not in my being to be. I'm all about self preservation, and whoever is not good for me, you're bad for me. I told y'all. Don't I say all the time, you guys? If you're if you show me that we're not friends, I always show you that we're never been friends. I always say that because that's how I live my life in real life. If you show me that we're not cool or you don't like me, even if you don't, well, sorry, even if you do like me, what's not, but if your actions is as though you don't, that I'm an afterthought for you, you become an afterthought for me. If your actions is if that I'm not important to you, that's friends, families, whomever. My actions toward you will be you're not important to me. Exactly. Yeah, it is like this. I don't have time to chase people who don't want to be caught. That goes in relationships, that goes in friendships, that goes in family situations. All of it. It really does. Like I treat everything the same. One thing about me is constant. So I'm telling them this, and so I asked my little sisters. I was like, I asked my little sister, my cousin that I talk to the most. I was like, y'all are the ones that I talk to the most. Y'all two couple uncles and my aunt. And then I hear right now, so I'm asking y'all. So I asked, so I'm like, I know my tone is very aggressive. I know my tone is very matter of fact. I know my tone is very you know what I'm saying? I understand that. But Have I ever come to y'all or spoken to you guys in a way that was disrespectful or demeaning toward you? Now, I'll take away the tone because my tone is always very rah, 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 you know what I'm saying? But take away that, the words that I've said, the message that I conveyed, the message that I gave to you was not, has it ever been as though I was trying to hurt you or say something to upset you or undermine you? Was not in any case, shape, or form. They're like, no, it wasn't. It hasn't been. So people saying that I should have a conversation with my older brother, but when I know that you're not receptive to having an honest conversation with me, was not about the wrongs on all sides. Like I said, I wasn't perfect either. You know, I said I wasn't an angel. Of course, I have a smart ass mouth. I still have a smart ass mouth, but the thing is, I can back it up now. And back then, I couldn't. Well, sorry, I felt that it was inappropriate for me to do that. Because y'all know, your older siblings are the ones you run to when you need help. When you get your ass beat, or in your case, if someone threatened to beat your ass, because I never got my ass beat really. But when people are threatening to fight you, was not, you run to your older siblings. You run to the people that you think that can protect you, was not. I was a person in my family. Like I said, I've always been the protector. Was not when my older sister would get beat up or people jump on her. She'll come home and come get me before someone even touched my little sister. Was not. I make sure that, you know what I'm saying, I'm in that ass quickly, so you understand that that's the wrong idea to do. Even when someone talked about him, I fought for him as well. You know, so it's just like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm not so open to where I'm giving you my heart and not and closing my eyes to what you do and what you're about, so I don't see it. For me, love is not blind. For me, love is very, very transparent, very, very open, very, very clear. And you don't always have to like someone to love them. You don't always have to be in love with somebody, was not to have respect for them. And that's why I can tell people, was not that I love them, because I do. It's not about me doing that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's always, for me, is about being able to be comfortable and happy with who you are, whom you are, you know what I'm saying, in the space that you're in. No one's asking someone to be something different than they're not. No one's asking people to, what I'm saying, not live in their truth. I'm asking you to be honest with yourself. And they're like, you're always so, they say, I'm always so straightforward, no matter who feelings it hurt. Well, my thing is fuck your feelings. Deanna said, "Fuck your feelings." 2020. It's always been fuck your feelings for me, because my thing is, I can't live my life based on your feelings. I can't live my life based on what someone do. I don't try to intentionally be mean and hurtful and harmful and negative to people. What's not. But at the same time, I also don't like people trying to play me. If I'm not truthful to myself, how can I be truthful to anybody else? If I'm not truthful to who I am, what I'm about, how can I be truthful to someone else and what they're about? You know what I'm saying? If I can't see the truth within myself, how can I see the truth in you? And when I do that, you know what I'm saying, people may not like it. You know. So it's so funny to me how people think that hey, certified baby, how you doing, sweetheart? It's so funny how people think that, that because you choose to be nice and you choose to have a conversation with people, it's always going to be end up with smiles. Some conversations are hard conversations. I don't mind having a hard conversation with somebody. If I ask somebody, what do I do? What did I do? You're saying, so I could, like, although I don't apologize, but I will make amends if I did something wrong. If I hurt your feelings and it was unwarranted or uncalled for, I will make amends to that. I may not apologize for it because I meant what I said when I said it, but at the same time, I will let you know that, you know what I'm saying, that's not, you know what I'm saying, at my soul, at my core. I said it because I was hurt or I was upset or I was confused or I was angry or whatever reason why I said it, it was said. But now, how can we move past it? If we can't move past it, that's fine too. I was drinking something else. Sorry about that. But yeah, like one thing, I don't have the energy to be like, oh my God, I never meant to. No, I meant to say what I said because it needed to be said. I don't say stuff just out of anger or being that I may be angry or something in the moment was not, but what I'm saying, I truly feel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do that whole apology thing. Well, it's not. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I don't want him to apologize for it. But it sounds like in order for me to move on, to move forward with a relationship, the way I want our relationship to be, it needs to be acknowledged. I don't do smiling in my face. Don't do that to me. Because I'll be the first one to hit you in your face was not when you smile, because I'm thinking that you think that you got over on me. So I need to bust you in your face and for you to understand. I'm still pissed off at you. If you don't want to hear the words, maybe you can feel the blows. Thank you, Tessie, for being here, baby. I appreciate it, sweetheart. But yeah, I mean, it was so funny with that. Like I said, it's a family affair. It was so, it was good, and it was like, uncomfortable as well. But I think that if you're trying to be comfortable all your life with everybody around you, not all the time, I think that, talking about the struggles and talking about the things that upset you was not even this conversation I'm having with you right now was not. No one can use this against me because I dealt with it already. You know what I'm saying? I love my family was not. We don't have the best relationship with all of us. Shit, but it's too many of us who have the best situations, just like here on YouTube. There's some that you like and get along with and that you rock with hard, some that you rather not. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is. And just because you share the same bloodline don't mean that, you're gonna rock with everyone the same, that you're gonna like everyone the same. It doesn't mean that, you are going to, what I'm saying, treat everyone the same or be the same with everyone that you're around, that you come across. It doesn't mean that. It means that, we're all different. We're all human beings. We're all adults per se, and not everything works out in everyone's favor all the time. It's how you move on and move past it that makes you the adult that you claim to be. And then I was telling my little sister whatever, you know, um, you know, you've evolved past some of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That much better than I have because my thing is I'm petty, and that's probably my problem. I'm petty. I'm petty as hell. If you do something horrible to me, I need to do something horrible to you. It's just it. You know, you're buffering, Tessie. Is anyone else buffering? Yeah. I'm petty. I know exactly who I am. I'm petty. I'm malicious. I'm an asshole when I want to be. But every day I try my best to be the nicest person I'm meant to be. Okay. You know, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be an adult. But like I said, we're all the same child that we were. And my thing is, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, as an adult, no one ever talks to me crazy. But I still remember what you did when I was a child. We all do. Because it takes, that's why I won't allow anyone to talk to me any kind of way now. Because I remember how it felt when I did allow people to talk to me any kind of way without speaking my mind, without saying, don't talk to me that way, don't address me that way, don't XYZ. You know what I'm saying? And you could say that was not with a nice tone, or you could say that with a tone that means that let people know that you mean it. You know, you can't talk to me any kind of way. I will not be addressed any kind of way by people. I refuse to. It's a whole disrespect thing for me that I don't allow in my life with anyone. You know, and a lot of people was not don't understand that. They think that oh well, no, don't talk to me any kind of way. Oh, Tessa, we are about the same way we think was not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can love anyone from a distance. You don't have to be in my presence for me to love you. I don't mean that I would do anything to harm you or hurt you. It just means that I see who you are. I see you. I see you. I see the good in you. I see the bad in you. Was not, and whatever I choose to recognize and deal with, I choose to recognize and deal with. You know, I see the complete person. Like I said, I've always been the one to see what wasn't being shown to me. I've always been one to see what was something that wasn't said. Like I was telling my one cousin who her mom her and her mom don't have a good relationship was not, you know, and I was telling her that her mom and one of our aunts who died, you know, they're the same person. Like they have the same spirit, they have the same thing. They go about doing it different ways, but they're the same person. And I saw that even as a child, I saw they was the same person. I saw that they will protect each other to the death. I saw that they will fight hard with each other, was not to the death. You know what I'm saying? They're just the same person, and they just can't agree to go down the street in a parallel thing. They always want to conflict with each other, and I think that's one of my found. Like even during the whole Zoom call, um, my aunt was saying something about I'm saying how we're all always pulled together. My family's always, our family's always put together, and my brother was like, "Yeah, that's what the older ones do. Like me and my siblings was not do." I'm like, "Well, you we always put, but that's why I say it's not enough. Always presenting yourself as perfect, or always presenting yourself as attractive, or always presenting yourself as talented or smart was that. That's so much more than that. Where's your integrity at? Where is your moral compass? Where is your sense of obligation and to mankind? Like it takes so much more than just being dressed well or looking good. I'm reading the chat, y'all. Exactly, Chantal. That's what I was telling my sister was not. This was I was like, no, I have people in my life who have treated me better than some of the family members that was on that Zoom call. You know, I was telling my sister was like, I was like, I mean, there's some of us who are close as hell and we love each other, whatnot, and we talk to each other all the time and interact with us, not, you know what I'm saying, with everyone was not based on our time and schedules, whatever. We make time for each other. But other people was not just want to jump in your life because they want something from you or they think that you can help them out. Was not. And I said, my phone number has never changed in like the end of 30 years. I gave one of my cousins my phone number was not on the Zoom call, and they were like, "Oh, that's the same number I had in my phone already. So why'd you never use it? You see, why'd you never use it? The number hasn't changed. I'm very stable in how I live my life, and I've been stable for a long time. If I have the same phone number for about 30 years now, that should tell you something. Sometimes they are. So my thing is like, I'm not even. I'm just saying this because when my husband, because I was on the duel with my sister and cousin, my husband came in, so I'm like, so I told him to say hi to him. Was not. They're like, oh, he's a cutie. He's a cutie. Ugh. And so my thing is like, people have met him before, but like last night for Christmas dinner, I cooked a 12 to 14 course meal, and I have family here in Georgia. Do you not realize how nice it would have been to have family over for dinner last night? Do they not realize how, or do people not realize how nice it would have been to be able to, saying, congregate with family yesterday as opposed to having friends drop by? But yet everyone wants to be cool about, yeah, oh, we do this more often. Do we? Do we really? Do you not realize that, I have a whole house up in here with all kind of rooms and stuff. I have nieces and nephews in the area. Well, I used to have nieces and nephews in the area. Was not. I have a nephew now that lives in Atlanta. Was not, but his mouth is too fucking smart, and I'll have to beat his ass if he come up here with a smart mouth and the whole bullshit. I don't have time for that. Then my sister like, well, they're kind of thuggish. Hell, we all thuggish. Shit, we all grew up in Chicago. We all grew up in the projects. We all grew up under the poverty line. It's how you handle yourself if you want to stay there or not. Because I don't look like it or act like it or speak like it or respond like it all the time. Don't mean that I won't respond like that. And like I said, a lot of my friends, you would think that they're thugs, but they're smart as fuck. They got master's degrees and doctorate degrees and working on doctors and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Education was not good jobs and businesses, things like that, but they just have a rough exterior. We're not sitting around each other, blowing smoke up each other's ass, going along just to get along. No, we're being ourselves, and we found each other was not, and we're cool with it. But when you are trying to be something that you're not, there would a problem comes. And then my cousin was like, "Well, I just want everybody to get along." But I'm saying, but that's not realistic. It's not realistic for everyone to get along. It's not realistic for every person in the family unit to be kumbaya with each other. If that was the case, we wouldn't have fallen out of touch with each other. It's okay to not to say, okay, I don't get along with so and so because their personality is XYZ and mine is XYZ. You know what I'm saying? And we just don't, and we just clash. That mean I love you any less. It means that I just can't be around you in long spiritual time because I know that you'll say something stupid, I'll say something stupid back, and the next thing you know, we're in this whole verbal fisticuffs for no point, no reason. Now, like I said, I'm very realistic. Like I said, that's why I can look at certain things and really stay out of certain things because it doesn't affect me. But when I heard him talking about stealing and it triggered the fact that you stole from me and you never apologized for it, yeah, that bothers me because I mean I work hard for my little bit of money. I told you all the time, I don't got much, but the little bit I do have, y'all know I work hard for it. And if you're gonna steal that from, and I've always done that. If you're gonna steal that from me and then fight me when I find it and take it back, I got a problem with that. If you can't acknowledge the fact that saying you've done wrong and you've been not the best sibling, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I saw watching on TV. But yeah, it's like it was good for them to understand why I don't talk to certain people because I don't like it's just like like I say, just like certain people on here I don't talk to and I choose not to engage with. Same thing in real life. There's certain people in my life that I choose not to engage with, no matter what type of relationship we have or had or what type of bond. I make a conscious decision not to engage with you because it's not healthy for me to engage with someone like you. It just is what it is. Yes. You know, and it's like, and it's not like I have hate towards anybody. I don't have hate towards anybody here, but if I know that our personalities and our being in the same room is not conducive to my well being, I'd rather not. You know, I'm not gonna come into a room and smile and grin at everyone in the room. I'm gonna survey the room, and when it's time for me to talk to you, I'll talk to you. When it's time for me not to talk to you, I won't talk to you. It's not even about all this other stuff. It's just about what I'm saying. I just always known what I'm doing. Once I realized who I was, and what I'm about, I've always been that person. And it was about 12 years old that I mean it wasn't about I didn't have my first gay thought until I was like 16. But once as far as the person who I am, what I'm willing to put up with, what I'm willing not to put up with was not. Yeah, I was about 12 years old. You know, I'm not going to sit here and talk to everybody. I don't have to. I don't have to sit here and be friendly with everyone. I don't have to. I'm not going to. If I feel that you're beneath me, I will not speak to you. I'm sorry. I'm not above anyone per se as far as status wise, but like I can't be around people that energy level is not matching my energy level. And that's what I mean beneath you me. If your energy level is not with my energy level is not, I can't be involved. I can't have a transference of negative energy or lower energy when I'm trying to be positive, when I'm trying to be, what I'm saying, at a certain level, energy wise. I can't be with everybody, and I'm okay with that. Not everybody can be with me. But make sure that it's something that, what I'm saying, you can live with in the long run, because I know I can. I am totally okay. Hey, Miguel, baby, how you doing? Your little cute self. You gave Mrs. Carruthers a break, baby. You gave Mr. Carruthers a break. God, you be on them, baby. You be on them, baby. You be on. Yeah. But yeah, but I mean, like I said, it was a really good call. The after call or the after party was really good as well. You know, I've seen some of my what great nieces. You know what I'm saying? Some of my great nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy they enjoyed their Christmas. Um, cause I told you my niece came on as well, and her and I have what I'm saying not have the best relationship because she wanted to live that hood life, and that's not what I'm about. Since she wanted to be smoking and drinking and acting a fool, but not paying bills and not taking care of kids, was not. I don't have time for that. But now I'm happy to see that she's on the right track. You know what I'm saying? With a good job and XYZ. I hear you, baby. You know, listen, like I can't be around somebody who's not being positive and not making positive strides in this world. I don't care if you're family, friends, whatever. If you're not making positive strides in this world, I'm not gonna be around you. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm not asking you to be whatever, but I'm asking you to be your best self. I'm asking you to live up to your potential. I'm asking you to, you know what I'm saying, be out there trying to make a positive impact on this world. And if you're not doing that, baby, I don't have time for you. You know what I'm saying? We laughed, we joked, we showed each other different things. Was not with the dual call and the Zoom call was not, they asking me to make them clothes, and I'm like, I can't do that because I don't know your size, and well, I'm this size, I don't make clothes in that size. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't do special orders. I make what I make. If you like it and can fit it, you can. But I will be like my sister, my niece, no, my sister, my cousin, my two sisters, my cousin, my niece. A couple people asking to make them some stuff. Well, it's not. I don't got time for all that. I love y'all to death. You know what I'm saying? But I'm an artist. You can't tell an artist how to work his medium. It is what it is. I'm just saying. If I feel the mood and inclined to do something, I will. If I don't, I don't. But don't. I can't make promises to y'all. But like I said, it was really fun. It was really cool. It was really fun. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, um, those of us who talk already, I think that we found a new way of communicating with each other through Duo, WhatsApp, Zoom, whatever the case may be. Was now we found a new way to communicate with each other, and I think that that was a good thing that came from this situation. I think that people realize that the reason why I don't talk to certain people is because we just don't vibe. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to talk to me, what's not, we're gonna have to revisit some things before we move forward. We gotta go to the past before we go to the future. I don't believe in starting where I'm at because I'm still holding on to shit. And so are you, just because you don't want to admit to it. We all hold on to shit from our past that we have to deal with, that we are trying to deal with, that we are trying to get clarification from. And if I did my work, I want you to do your work because if not, we're going to be in the same boat that we were before we even started doing work. You know what I'm saying? If one person's doing the work and one person's not, that's more stress on me. Just like who was that? Nicole Tyler just now posted a picture of the Obamas in a canoe. And it seemed as though Michelle was in the front doing all the work and Barack was just sitting back smiling. Mm-mm. So when I saw that picture, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I won't do. I won't be in a canoe with somebody was not, and the canoe is a relationship, and I'm doing more work than they're doing. I can't do that. I refuse to. Okay, baby. But that picture was a valid thing. Is even see, the thing is, I try to learn something from everybody, and even that picture that she posted was a good analogy for what I'm talking about tonight. You know what I'm saying? About what happened tonight on the Zoom call, on the duo call. I'm not going to be in the front of a canoe doing all the work while you're sitting in the back was not smiling. Mm-mm. We both have to meet each other at the same thing, and if we're not going to do it, we won't be in the boat together. So like I said, I can find an analogy that makes sense and that works anywhere and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I found that that analogy was cool for the situation. You know. But yeah, so it's like it was so funny that that they came up like that's good and that right there works. And I said I don't, saying I won't, you won't find me doing all the work and someone else. That's what I always say, you guys. I don't push rocks up hills. If you have an issue, I know there's an issue going on with you or not, but you're not willing to acknowledge that issue, or you're not willing to work through that issue, or ask for help or seek help for that issue or not. I can't be around you until you do. I can't be around you until you are actively trying to be your best self. Because if you're okay with mediocrity, you're okay with not being your best self, you're okay with having low morals, you're okay with having low standards, you're okay with having no integrity, what's not. I'm not okay with any of those things. So therefore, I can't be around you. I can't be with you. I need you to do more. I need you to do better. I need you to try harder. If you can't try harder and be better was not, I can't be around you. And that goes for family, friends, whomever. It just is what it is. And I don't feel bad or feel, oh my God, I'm being mean. No, I'm being honest because I know what works for me. I know how I need to live my life. I know what I need to have around me in order for me to live my best life. I know who I need to have around me in order for me to live my best life. And if you're not part of that solution, you're part of the problem. And I don't want to have any more problems around me than I already have, which is very little. I'm not perfect by any means, but I have very little problems and issues in my life because I don't attract them. I don't invite them to me. When I see that there's an issue or it's not, I try to stay far away from it as possible. You know, that makes me standoffish. That makes me whatever. It makes me who I am. I acknowledge it, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with being the person who, you know what I'm saying, know who they are and stands firm in who they are with no apologies, without explanation, and without permission. I don't need to explain to you. I don't need to apologize to you. Nor I need you to give me permission to be who I am. And if people don't understand that, well, it's not you're not meant to be around me. You're not meant to be, you know what I'm saying, in my presence. That's why I say I'm okay having a small amount of people around me. What's not. That's in real life and on here. Because my thing is, I don't have time to figure out where you stand. If you hear me, are you with me or against me? Are you going to be someone that I need to watch out for in 2 months or so? I don't got time for all that. I'd rather be as harsh and blunt as I am. That way, it keeps people away from me. Was not than me to be fake and phony, trying to be everyone's friend. Nope. I call very few people friends for a reason. Cause I have a lot of associates, a lot of people that I know, but very few people that I call a friend. If something goes down, can I call you? Can I call you if something goes down? Are you gonna be there? Would you call me if something goes down? You know what I'm saying? I'm more or less more. I'm more of a person's friend than they are for me, and I'm okay with that as well. I'm okay with the fact that what I'm saying I'm more trustworthy and having more integrity was not and have proven myself to more people than people have proven to me. You know, if you doing something that I don't like, more chances than not, I'm gonna let you know. Oh yeah, I don't like that. That makes you feel uncomfortable. You know. But yeah, it was really fun. Like, I mean, have y'all noticed or have y'all experienced those type of things with your family? Was not, so I know I can be the only one because we spend so much time on this. Thing. I think I also told them I have a YouTube channel. They're like, oh, I may get my cousin to do a video with me one day. I may get her to do a video with me one day. I may get her to do also my sister as well. But I don't know. 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 I'm gonna have to change their name and have them make sure they don't call me by my government name. Because people will love the docs. People love the docs, and make sure they don't give out the information as well. People will love the docs, baby. But yeah, because I told them that I do YouTube and stuff. They were like, "Oh, what's your information? What's your thing? I come follow you." Um, how about no? How about no? How about no? Let's not go there. You know what I'm saying? We talk enough in real life of that. I don't want you. Well, I want to leave a comment. No, you don't, baby, because people try to figure out who the hell you are and why, and do some fucked up shit so you don't have to kill them. I'll have to kill them. Well, like I said, my sister lives in Virginia. She lives in the DMV, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I told her that after this COVID stuff goes down, or if even before this COVID stuff goes down, I need to make a trip up there to make sure what I'm saying we hang out. She's like, oh yeah, we can hang out in DC, and then I may let people know in that area where I am, so we probably possibly have a little small hello, how you doing situation. But yeah, I don't know because there's a couple people in the DMV area that I want to see for a good reason, like God is like, oh no, Miss Pam. Jade, I think, lives in the DC area. I would like to meet D Spot as well. So there's a couple people I would like to just meet. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? so they can get the real vibe of who I am in real life, or maybe a subscriber or two. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, other than that, I'm not trying to meet everybody. Hmm. But yeah, it was a good situation. It really was a family affair. It really was cool. I really did enjoy everybody. I really do still love everybody last night. And it's like some of my little cousins, I haven't seen them for since they was little. Like y'all done grew up and act like y'all damn video vixens and damn shit like that. One cousin looked like damn Megan Thee Stallion and shit. My sister looked like Fifi on here, like bad women. My little cousin kind of all different colors, chocolate, caramel, damn mocha latte, shit, damn taupe, you know, all varieties and shit, you know. But yeah, it was like so nice to see everybody. Was not two cousins, well, my niece and one cousin. They be doing music videos with people. Was not one cousin. I knew that he said he was doing some rapping. Was not. I'm like, okay, I see you. Two cousins have a little clothing line that they said they've been struggling since the whole COVID thing. So I'm like, okay, I knew they had one, but I didn't know that they still had it. Had it, you know. It was really cool. Just like I said, it was really nice to see everybody. It was really nice to, you know what I'm saying, just see a face. Like put a nice even talking on the phone, you don't see people all the time like that. Was not so like actually being able to see them and have them see you was really cool. It was really a good thing for me. Like I really did enjoy that aspect of the whole situation. It was really fun. It was really fun. Like I said, I mean, people that I don't really rock with like that, I just don't rock with them. And there's nothing bad about it. Just say we could be in the same room with each other, but I'm not gonna sit up here and fake the funk. I don't do that. I don't fake the funk. I don't, you know what I'm saying, smile when I don't want to smile. I don't laugh when I want to laugh. I don't talk to people who I don't want to talk to. You know, there's like I guess like even like in real life, like there's criteria for me to even talk to you in real life. Like there's people that I work with that I don't talk to, and we work in the same facility in the same area. Please, I don't talk to you. I don't have to talk to you if it ain't about work. Leave me alone. Don't say shit to me because you about that BS, and I don't have time for the BS. Because when I see it, I'm more likely to see it when I'm talking to you. I'm more likely to hear it when I'm talking to you. I'm more likely to experience it while interacting with you. And if I don't have to interact with you, well, it's not. I won't experience the BS that you're talking about. But when I do see it, hear it, and whatever case may be with it, I'm triggered. I gotta speak on it. I just gotta speak on it, y'all. So yeah, so when my husband came in, they're like, "Oh, he's a cutie, he's a cutie." What is that? I'm like, oh, he, all right. You know what I'm saying? So I got off the phone with them, whatever. He was like, so, was everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything was fine. You know, he was like, well, I just heard you have a conversation. It was not. I'm like, well, you know how I am. 'Cause like he said, he been with me 18 years, so he knows that said I've come a long way from cussing people out and fussing and fighting about every little thing to just letting it be known. This is how I feel. This is what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to change anyone's opinion one way or the other. I'm just trying to let you know where I stand. So it was cool. It was fun. It was relaxing. Like I said, I was mentioning that I had what I'm saying, a Zoom call scheduled today with them. So I was late, but it was all fun. It was all good. It was all fun. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like I saw them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, because like we're all spread. First of all, we're all spread apart. There's like a couple people here that I don't deal with was not in Atlanta because you know what I'm saying they're not my. There would be people I would deal with anyway. Was not, but we are family and I love them to death. Whatever you know what I'm saying. But the fact that they want to act like, oh, I didn't know that you live in Atlanta. I was the first one to come to Atlanta. Y'all all followed behind me after I came here for school. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came here for different reasons, was not, but I came here for school. I've always been here. I've been here for. I've been born in Chicago, raised in Seattle, and then moved here and grew up and live here. I've always been here. My number has never changed. And I always will have this number that I have because I never know what may happen to us. Someone need to contact me was not, and they can look up the same number. And I'm not gonna sit here and try to keep on switching numbers out. That's just too much work. And y'all know I don't got time for all that nonsense and BS. I don't, y'all. I don't. But yeah, that was a nice um What is it? Excuse me. Um, that was a nice way to, I guess, end a holiday weekend. You know what I'm saying? Spending time with family. Because even when you get together with family in person, was not. There's always some type of conflict. You know what I'm saying? There's always someone. If you're going to be honest with yourself, there's always someone who don't like someone. There's always someone who's upset with someone for whatever reason. That's how it always is. And if we're going to be honest with each other, that's what's up. Hey, Ashton, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? That's just how it is. Be it over a Zoom call, be it over the phone call, be it over a personal interaction. There's always gonna be one person. I guess I'm that person who's not willing to sit here and smile and grin and go along just to get along. I told you I don't go along just to get along. If I'm that way in my real life, what makes you think I'm gonna be different on here? I'm not gonna like people because everyone looks like them. Nope. I can talk to anyone. I can interact with anyone. But I don't have to like you to interact with you. Especially, I'd rather not. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather not. Yeah. I'd really rather not. You know what I'm saying? Interact with people that I don't fool with. Because it doesn't make sense for me to try to be fake, or it doesn't make sense for me to try to do something that you know what I'm saying is not pleasing to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't do stuff that I don't like. I don't do stuff just because someone else want me to. Not that person. Whatever I do it because I want to. Whatever I do it because you know what I'm saying I can. I told you I'm spoiled. I spoil myself. You know, that's the price that you pay, I guess, for being on your own since what 18. Shit, I've been on my own for what damn near 30 years now, 27, 27 years. You know, I can't be you know what I'm saying, living for someone else when I'm living by myself or and for myself. If I live for you, I can live for me. If I live appeasing you and pleasing you, I'm not living pleasing and appeasing me unless it runs congruent with each other. I'm not trying to um, make you happy, but yet I'm miserable in the whole process. I'm trying to what I'm saying appease you so hard and so much that I'm horrible and I'm just upset and crazy and stuff. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. I have to make sure that I'm happy first before I can make anyone happy. I make sure that I'm comfortable first before I make anyone comfortable. I have to make sure that I love myself first before I can love anyone else. I have to make sure I respect myself first before I can respect anyone else. You know, can't just sit back and let people control how you feel or how you move. Because then, I think my brother was like, "Oh no, no, no! You should make some African clothes with African print." I'm like, you can't tell a designer or an artist how to work. But as y'all know, I told you I have a whole line planned for next season using I'm saying ethnic prints while still keeping it with my aesthetic. Like I said, like people trying to tell me what to do, like, that's my biggest pet peeve. That's my biggest issue. Stop trying to control me. You can't control me. I can't be told what to do. If I don't want to do it or I don't have a way of doing it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't control me. You can't make me do it. What's not, so don't suggest it to me. If you're not an artist, like my brother, actually, he can draw really, really well. Like I said, I remember him taking a comic book and drawing every scene from that comic book like to perfection. I'm like, do you still do that? No, no. See, that's like me saying go pick up the new Marvel comic book was not and draw that. No, if you don't do it anymore, you just don't do it. I can't make you do something. Was not that I think that you have extreme talent in. Like I said, extremely talented young man, extremely talented. Like he would pick up a comic book and redraw it. It would look just like the shading, the all of it, the lighting, all of it look just alike. And he's never been trained how to do it. He just have that artistic eye as far as sketching and drawing and stuff. I have a little sketching bit that I could do, but I'm more of a creative like painting and things of that nature. But and I do more freeform thing. He just replicates something, but it's still a talent and an artistry in replicating something that you see. You know, like I said, I give credit where credit is due. I said I love him. Like I said, I love him. Just that Growing up, he was a tyrant. It is what it is. Like now, he haven't done like we haven't gotten to any type of physical situation since I was like 14. That was the last time we got to a physical situation when I was trying to kill him. Mm-hmm. We haven't gotten into any kind of physical thing since then. He, of course, threatened me a couple times as an adult, but I'm saying he ain't stupid. You can make the threats all you want over the phone, but when I saw you, like I said, it is what it is. I'm waiting on you to even blink wrong, sneeze wrong, move wrong, breathe wrong, and I will be in that ass. So I don't do that whole threatening thing. I don't do that whole threatening thing. I don't do that to you. Okay, we'll see. Let's see you have the same energy when I see you in person. Because if not, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. That's your ass. So how's everybody's weekend been so far? Like mine's been good. It's been good. I told you I'm off until Tuesday, so that's a good thing. My husband's like, "Oh, how do you get off all these days? How do you get off all the whole weekend?" Cause I'm cute. That's why I'm cute. I'm cute. They don't need my beauty rest to start this new week for the new year. Hey, Fifi, Fifi. Uh, you look just like my little sister. Like I have, like I put a picture. I did a side by side. I'm like, y'all could be damn near twins. Same cheekbones, same lips. Y'all have different nose though, slightly, but same eyes. The whole almond shaped eyes and stuff. Hmm. Great. You got diamonds. What? You got diamonds? Yes, Fifi. Y'all look exactly like. I would post it on my community page, but people will try to dox and stuff. But y'all look very similar. Very similar. You can like it's like you was part of my family, baby. Y'all look very similar. Very, very similar. Mm. Ashley got diamonds. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She has y'all both have like this y'all this is a me being a designer, me being an artist, me being into fashion was not. When I reference something, people may get offended by it, but I think it's beautiful. Y'all have a doe like face. And like a female deer, like Bambi's mom in the movie Bambi. Y'all both have that like deer like doe face, which I think is beautiful, and the little almond eyes, and y'all even do y'all makeup the same, like exotic look. Yes, and like I mean, and a doe like a doe is exotic. Like look at Bambi's mom, and to me that's how y'all like structure is, because like I don't know how to say it, but it's beautiful to me. Bear eyes. Well, that's my sister, so I don't know about all that, but I think she's beautiful. Like and things like when we're all on the screen, I was just looking at y'all. I started looking at them. I'm like, damn, y'all are just beautiful. And they're like, oh, you don't even look like you're 45. I'm 45. Trust me. Just because I look like I'm a little younger than 45, don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's not that. But we had fun today on the phone calls. We had fun. I was just talking about my Zoom call, Fifi and Ashton. I thought my family had a Zoom call tonight for all the cousins. And then after that, because of course I came in causing trouble as I always do. So after that, we had a duo call with a smaller amount of people. So it was fun. So yeah. See, the thing is, and you wouldn't look. No, they wouldn't guess that you was 49, baby. That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't guess you was 49. And I have my little cousin that's in. I call her my little cousin, but she's like 32 years old. My little cousin who lives in L.A. Now you was I didn't even know that she was 32 years old. I thought she was more like what I'm saying, and still in her mid 20s. I'm like, damn, you 32? Okay. Yeah, she like, yeah, I'm 32. I'm like, well, I know you've been around for a long time, but shit, you still don't look like it. And she was like saying that only thing that grew in during the pandemic was her butt and her chest. I'm like, okay. She's like, well, I still got a flat stomach and a small waist.
I'm like, they look like surgery, baby. They like surgery. She's like, ain't no damn surgery. They like surgery, baby. They like surgery. You look like you had a little nip tuck done, baby. Like you had a little nip tuck done. She started laughing. Like, no, we all got that. Like, and they do. My family, like I said, the whole surgically in hands, booty, and body type of things. My family always had that. Like growing up, I would walk down the street with my older sisters and my aunts and stuff like that, and people would like harass them. I have to like leave them alone, walk away, beat beat it, little bit, beat it. And funny thing is, we all look alike. Like if you saw all of us, you could tell we're all related. Like, cause my oldest sister's son. So my oldest nephew looked like my youngest sister's youngest son. They looked like when they was on camera. I'm like, where did she? When did he go to Virginia? Then I realized it was her son, not my oldest nephew, who is like probably 30 now. Yeah, he's like 30 now. But this my youngest nephew, he's 16. So I was like, damn, y'all look exactly alike. And my sister kept calling me her son's name. Like my younger sister kept calling me her son's name. She's like, you look just like him. Every time I see you, every time I look at you, it's not. I look at him. I'm like, well, he must be a fine ass young man then, because he's only 20 years old too. So I have a 16-year-old nephew and a 20-year-old nephew. I'm like, oh, he must be a fine young man then, because the uncle's fine as hell too. You know what I'm saying? The apple don't fall far from the tree. And then every time I look at my brother, I see myself. Every time I look at my sister, I see myself. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely tell that we're related. Every time I see my cousin who's 32, I see her mom. I see my aunt. So yeah, it's just real funny how we all look alike. Like we all just look alike. And I look like my uncle and his daughter who looks like Megan Thee Stallion. Well, it's not. Looks like him. I'm like, ugh. These genes in this family is strong. You a twin, Ashton? We cute. So I'm a twin. We cute. I see you, baby. I see you. But yeah, it was a whole family affair, y'all. I had fun. But you know, saying like it kind of like I said, although I was a little triggered based on what was going on, based on what was said, and how people was trying to spin narratives that's not true, or spinning narratives or without including their part in the narrative, kind of triggered me a little bit. We still had fun because it's all about family. You know, you don't always have to get along with each other all the time. That's what people think. People think that, oh well, you always gotta love each other. Well, it's not. You can love them from a distance. Trust me, I know. You know, I'm definitely one that will love you from a distance. Whenever you need me and you acting right, we can talk. Yeah, I mean, but I'm going to have children. I'm going to have children. I'm going to have children, but I'm going to adopt some, and I want some biological because I think that a lot of people was not. I told you guys I thought I had a child when I was in like 18 years old, but she lied and the baby wasn't mine. I told y'all that, didn't I? I thought I did. I told y'all that story before. Yeah, when I was 18 was not. I thought I had a child, and I was taking care of this child for 2 years. When I moved out here for school, that's one of the reasons why I didn't finish school was because I was taking care of a child, and when I found out that wasn't mine, I basically, what I'm saying, just like went crazy and started caring about everything, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I want kids. I want a bunch of kids. I'm also smart enough to know that kids aren't something that you play around with because you are affecting another person's life that is going to affect the world. So therefore, you need to be able to be as solid as possible. And when I say solid, I mean being able to be level headed, or it's not, and financially secure at the same time. Like I don't believe in just having kids to see
how my gene pool's gonna look. You know what I'm saying? I'm believing that. I'm believing just, you know what I'm saying, procreating just to see how someone will look, and then walking away and not really raising and rearing them in the right direction. You know, I'm very strict about that. I'm very serious about that. But I want like 9 kids. I do. I want like 9 kids. I really, really do. I love the kids, baby. They're so honest and like sponges. So I would love to see how I live and how I acclimate myself to this world, how that would rub off. No, what do you mean no? Not 9? Yes, I want 9. I'm interested in seeing how I acclimate myself to the world, how that would rub off on a child, on a young person. Because I remember when I was in the classroom, like the worst kids loved me. Like they would wait on me to come home. I was not home to come to school. They'll wait on me by the door. They wouldn't. It's always yes, Mr. Junkie. No, Mr. Junkie was not. I don't care how. Like, everyone else, they'll cuss them out. They'll fight with them. They'll run from all this stuff. I was just looking like, sit down. Thank you. I appreciate it. They'll just do it. I talk shit to them. They love it. So I think that they understand that I'm not your friend. We're not peers. We're not trying to be friends with each other. Was not. Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. I think I would be too. I think I would be too. You know, I treat children as children. I let children be children as long as possible. And I think that a lot of problems that we have with these grown ass kids nowadays is that they're made to act like adults in their own home. So when they go out into the world, they don't understand that they are a child and they're looked at as a child. You know what I'm saying? Even when you are in your parents' home, for me, you're not grown. You're grown when you're paying your own bills. You're grown when you're able to survive on your own and you know what I'm saying, apply things to yourself. That's when you're grown. You're not grown because you are a certain age. If you're a certain age or still living in your parents' house, not paying no bills, you're not grown to me. I always felt that way. That's why I had to move out when I was what? I moved out my senior year in high school. I was 18 when I moved out. Before I moved away from home, period. Like I moved out the house when I was like 18 because I felt that I couldn't be grown in my mama's house. I couldn't be grown and do what I want to do and do all the stuff that I was doing, coming in and out whenever I wanted to, going to school, working, paying for paying for a car, paying insurance, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was doing all the stuff that made me grown in my eyes. So I might as well move out and see if I can actually handle it. That's why I never went back home, even when I left school. You know what I'm saying? Even when I left Morehouse, I never went back home because like, what's the point? I can't say that I'm a grown ass man when I'm in my mama's house, so living under her roof. Grown men figure it out, make it happen. And then plus after the child that I thought was mine was in Washington, so I didn't want to run into her again or her mom again. Cause you know what I'm saying, that's fucked up, you know. But I had friends offer to have my babies for me. You know, I had like 2 friends offer to have my babies. Do all the artificial insemination, of course, because I won't be fucking them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was drinking. I was drinking. My mouth was getting dry. I was drinking something. But what I had today, I had my little mukbang on camera with y'all. I did that. I had a little mukbang on camera. Then I ate tonight. I ate some mussels and clams and some crab claws. Cut my thumb open. Did with them damn crab claws. Cut my thumb open because Jonah crab claws or Jonah crab claws. Those are the thickest goddamn claws or shells that I ever experienced. Hey Trissy Boo, how you doing, baby? It was like probably 30 minutes or so. A mukbang. I just ate some leftovers. I think it's called the leftover holiday mukbang. Yeah, it's before this video right here. So yeah, I did that. I did that. You're bored, baby? Well, Tracy, you are the excitement, baby. You are one of the names that pays on these streets. So if you're not in the streets swinging at somebody, was not, it may be boring. But I'm just talking about. My family had a Zoom call today, and of course it was with all the cousins, and of course I had to act a fool a little bit, and I was just telling people was not how it's kind of like the shit that goes on here on YouTube. Well, it's not people don't want to acknowledge their wrongs. People don't want to. They want to tell a story that makes them look like they're the innocent characters. Was not in these stories, and I'm here to let them know you're not innocent, baby. You are not innocent. You part of the bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't acknowledge it, was not, I'm quick to point it out to you. And then we had a duo meeting with people that wasn't on the people that had like was like minded, whatever that we talked to. We aren't talking anyway. We had a dual call after that Zoom meeting with my family, so it was fine. Interesting, a little conversation. Like the Zoom meeting was 2 hours, and the dual meeting was like 3 hours. The dual call was like 3 hours. So I've been on the phone for like 5 hours today, talking to my family, just hanging out and what I'm saying, getting reacquainted and making some mad and making some fall in love. You know, yeah, it was fun. Like I said, it was like probably 25 to 30 people on the Zoom call. I got a pretty big family, like 20 to 25 people. Oh, sorry, 20 to 25 people on that Zoom call. It was all of my siblings and myself. It was a couple of other cousins and my aunts. It was just everybody. Yeah, we got a pretty big family. Like we're everywhere. Like we're in DC, we're in Virginia, we're down here in the South, we're back home in Washington, we're in the Midwest. We're everywhere. Texas, California, we were everywhere. So it was good for us to all meet up somewhere. And like that, this technology may not be the best. I may not have to know how to work it the way it needs to be worked, but it helps everyone stay closer together. It helps people stay in touch with each other, and that's cool. It was definitely something that was well overdue. Because no, I said normally I make a trip somewhere, and when I go to Vegas, was not my cousin and stuff usually um meet me there. The one that lives in L.A. She normally meet me there, and I have a play little brother who is in L.A. as well that was gonna meet me there this year as well. So yeah, hold up. I like TV husband. TV. It's calm. Yeah, I'll try to be. Hey, baby, how you doing? I don't like him. He's ugly. What's that guy name? What's his name? He's black. Sorry, y'all. I was watching the preview for the Masked Dancer, and the host him. I don't like him. Whoever the host is, I don't like his. I don't like him. But somebody fell off a ring. One of the characters fell off the ring and probably hurt themselves. me see something right quick. No, not Wayne Brady. I like Wayne Brady. Hey Darren, how you doing, baby? No, his name Craig Jackson. I think his name is. He's black, have an afro with a big ass mustache, and he's fat. And to me, he's corny as hell. He's not funny, but I guess he's a comedian. I like Wayne Brady, but yeah, what's his name? His name Craig Jackson, yo. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I think his name is Craig Jackson. I don't like him. He's not funny. I think he's corny and lame to me. He's corny and lame to me. Yeah, I don't know his name. I know I don't like him. That I do know, if nothing else. But yeah, today was fun. Like this holiday season has been really good to me, and I'm really blessed. Um, I was at the gun range again today. Almost bought another gun. I almost bought another gun, but I had to walk away because the gun I almost bought was heavier. It was heavier. It was equal balance from the muzzle to the barrel. So sorry, the muzzle to the grip. It was an equal balance there, but it was a heavier gun. So the kickback was a little bit better. You have to play with it a little longer before you actually get a true feel of how that gun feels. So I like nah, and I did pretty good on my target shooting. Was not. I need to start going back to the gun range a little bit more often. Yes, very much so. I have to go back to the gun range a little more often because I'm not as good as I wanted to be. Um I got what? I missed five things. Well, one I missed on purpose because I tried to hit like on my target. There is a little bullseye to the top right of it, and I was trying to hit the bullseye in the middle of that, but I missed it. I'm saying about a couple inches, so I missed that one on purpose. So that didn't hit anything. It just hit the paper, not the any other target. And but I'm trying to work on clustering my shots opposed to doing more random things. I'm trying to work on clustering my shots, which means basically trying to shoot within a certain area of the body. And I know that um, heading for the biggest mass is your chest and sternum region, stuff like that, because it also does more of the what's the word I'm looking for? There's more internal organs to hit that cause more damage, like the liver, the kidneys, the esophagus, the lungs. You know, what I'm saying the heart, stuff like that. There's more of those type of internal organs that you can hit by aiming for the chest and body and stuff, opposed to trying to go for the headshot. Because the headshot, you definitely is a smaller target. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to really stop somebody or hurt somebody or inflict pain to somebody was not, go for a body shot and go for some of the internal organs like the kidneys and liver stuff like that, the heart. Shit. You want a baby? Who's waiting the baby? But yeah, so it was cool, you guys. And like I said, everything that I say on here was not people can use it at their own will. Baby. You can't use it against me. Was not because trust me, I've dealt with the drama that I'm dealing with in my life. Was not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, do I get triggered when I'm talking to family? Yeah, I do, but it's nothing that I've can't and have not dealt with previously. So go ahead and have a field day. Try to read, try to roast. Was not like I said. I won't know because I don't watch half you motherfuckers anyway. You know what I'm saying? Half of what y'all talk about is boring to me. Half of what y'all talk about is insequential to me. So therefore, it means nothing to me. Guys, while you talking about me was not, I'm still living the life I'm living. And you're still living the life that you're living. Just is what it is. But yeah, y'all. What's going on? Yeah, gotta yeah, you gotta definitely have to be happy for other people was not. You definitely gotta make sure that you know what I'm saying, whatever negativity that other people have, you don't bring that with you, but you try to spread positivity and make sure that everyone, you know what I'm saying, feels it. You know what I'm saying? That you want to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because not everyone is deserving of your happiness for them. Not everyone is deserving of your goodwill and good cheer. That's just being honest. Not everyone is, you know what I'm saying, worthy of it. Hey Shakila baby, how you doing, sweetheart? I'm getting ready to get off in a second, y'all. Just wanted to come to y'all really quick and talk to y'all. We haven't been really quick. It's been almost 2 hours now. We want to come around, let y'all know because I was talking about it. We having a Zoom meeting for a couple of days now. Let y'all know how it went. I said it was cool. There was some triggeration going on. Was not there was some situations that I had to address and talk about, and so let them know that that wasn't true. The shit that you talk about have not happened yet or have not been resolved to a satisfaction that where we can move on and he ha ha with each other was now we still need to work on some things and I'm more than willing and able to do so, but I can't be the only one who's willing to tell the truth and talk about what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to move past something so quickly and not really address it because addressing it may be hurtful and harmful, but sometimes shit, peel the band-aid off quickly. Don't take the shit off slowly. You know what I'm saying? Rip that shit off. That's how I see it. But as always, you guys, I love you guys, but it's not important that I love you. It's more important that you love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself. Excuse me. Ooh, sorry. Respect yourself and definitely respect someone else. Y'all know I love you guys. I'm so grateful y'all being here. I would appreciate if you guys hit the like button on the way out. So yeah, this your boy Food Junkie, you guys, and I will see you guys in the it's already the AM. Well, later on today. I'm just get some sleep. Love you guys again. Y'all have a good night. Kisses. Mwah. Bye, babies. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Y'all be good and have a good night's sleep. And if you're going to stay up and run these streets, be careful, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.